Hey everybody, welcome back. Gigi Starlight Sparkle here, shining on brightly as usual. And this is 2 months on Estradiol. Um, and I do apologize for the tardiness on the videos. I do have videos recorded, haven't edited much. The cold weather and being extremely busy has gotten to me, so it's been a rough February, but now we're in March, so I'm gonna get back on track and let's get that intro rolling. Welcome back everybody. Again, this is Gigi Starlight Sparkle, shining on. So I have my notes with me this time. I'm using a different camera, so let me know how this camera records. To me it looks a little dark. I have my glasses on. It was a little weird today. Like normally I don't need my glasses, but today I woke up and things were a little blurrier than usual. So I'm gonna probably be wearing my glasses a little bit more now, and I get that doctor's appointment for my glasses. But like I said last time, have my notes with me here. So this video again, as said in the video description, month 2 on estradiol and the changes that I've gone through. So like the last time, the first month, I saw about an inch of growth, so going from the 34 inches to 35.5. On month 2, the growth across the nipple line was now up from 35.5 to 36.25. And then underneath the breast line was 33.5 inches. So the chest hasn't really expanded too much, not a lot of fat storage growth or anything of that nature, but the breasts themselves have almost another full inch of growth. So there has been progress there. Other things that people have questions about, especially for the ones who transition who want to keep both parts. They don't want to do the surgery on the testicles and the lower portions of their body. They don't want to have those surgeries. For myself, I have had no change in the size and growth and functionality, other than the testicles have shrunk immensely. The testicles there's no more sperm being produced and growing in the testicles. So they have completely shrunken down to, I'm guessing, their smallest size as possible as they can go. So I'm going to say they're about an inch each ball testicle. I really should have looked up the medical name for them, right? So again, that's the fun thing about being here with Gigi. you get the non-medical terms. Um, but yeah, so those have shrunken down, and but again, the length and growth that it does have has not changed, and its flaccid size has gotten smaller. So it flaccid is smaller than it usually was beforehand. Um, that could also be because it's been colder lately. I don't know, but it does seem smaller in my opinion of myself. But again, the end result through sexual, uh, you know, encouragement and growth, the size is still the same in that aspect. So no real change there. The skin has gotten softer and smoother. A lot of cell falling off. The skin flaking and a lot of flaking of the skin, and just whenever you take clothes off, there's a lot of just skin flakes and dead skin. So moisturizing is a big deal, but again, that could also be a contributor of the drier, cold weather here in Las Vegas. I am in the dry desert, so there's not a lot of moisture. So I haven't noticed that in the past that my skin has been this dry, but it is a normal occurrence of the dry skin and the flakiness in the winter time. So me just noticing it could just be that I'm paying attention more, and so I'm noticing it more. That's why uh, I'm able to speak to this in this video, because something I probably am noticing because I'm paying attention to it a little bit more. But there has been a lot of skin flaking. Um, One of the things too is that when you have the erection, it is said that it's going to be painful, uh, and the feeling of arousal and orgasm is going to be different. So that is very, very true. When it does get an erection, it does hurt, mostly in the end at the head. Uh, it's a different feeling and it is painful. And getting an orgasm is different because before it was more centralized down in the pelvis area, and of course you get the um, ejaculation, but now there is no real ejaculation. It's harder to get the full come experience. So I get what female might be feeling, um, to actually orgasm and get that coming or squirting effect to happen. It is harder and it takes longer. It's more of a mental arousal and a lot more physical touch, as it has to be a full experience, a full body experience. I do notice that the orgasms are more full body as well. Like you feel it in the chest and the warming coming through the body. And it does start still in the pelvis area, but it expands all the way out and through the entire body. So it's a full body experience, and it is different than the typical male orgasm. That has been quite different. Other changes, like I said, the skin is softer and a lot more flaking. Uh, so there's a lot more sensation in the skin. You can feel things more sensitively. So I have noticed like more sensitivity throughout the skin and just through touch. Um, I haven't had a lot of experience of the just random crying. Um, like early on, like in the first month, there was those feelings and emotions of being more random and just like wanting to cry and feeling like you're crying. And it wasn't necessarily for no reason at all, though. I was watching some pretty emotional TV shows uh, on Netflix and on Hulu, uh, and on HBO Max, type of things. Like, so I was putting myself through more emotional states. Other than that, like in life and in general, there hasn't really been moments where I just want to randomly burst into tears. There has to be like reasons behind it. Like like I'm always been an empathetic person, but now that empathy does draw more tears more easily. So that is something that is there, but me being more empathetic is not really a thing. It's all just the same for my experience for myself. Um, and then, and again, I do want to apologize for the tardiness on the videos. I have been just extremely busy. The charity work has been picking up right now, and being a part of the Trans Pride community and the Trans Pride Center, um, along with the Imperial Royal Sovereign Court of the Desert Empire, which is a drag charity organization, international one at that. That's the one that's represented here in Las Vegas. I'm doing more with them and trying to be more active and more present in the communities and in the other organizations also, just to show more unity and solidarity in the community. So it's not just being in one place or one aspect of it. So I'm just trying to find a way to balance that with creating videos and editing the videos. I didn't realize that editing the videos would take up a lot of time as well. Like, I knew it was time consuming, but for myself, I get bored really easily sitting in front of the computer and doing the editing. Um, so I'll be in a segment of editing and just be bored, and my brain goes somewhere else, and then I think of the next video that I want to make, and then so I start planning things out, and then I get lost in the editing process. Um, so I do have a couple other videos that have been recorded, so I'm going to go ahead and have those set up as well and have those recorded. And as well, downside, let me try to stay on track, sorry. I'll save that in the other videos. So yeah, so 2 months in, lots more growth here, softer skin, and of course, like, hips are actually filling in a little bit as well. And it's been a nice change, and like, everything has been extremely pleasant and happy. For myself, like, life has been getting easier. Again, when you're not fighting and pushing against things, things just flow naturally. So yeah, just take things as they are, accept the things that you can't change, and fight for the things that you can. So don't just be accepting and willing of things and of change. So again, life has been simple. Other things during the 2 months, again, had the nice growth. Something that has come up that I didn't realize. We're in a talk at a meeting, just for the trans community and for how things could change. Something that had come up on the different genders, and the the little light on the glasses gets me so distracted. It's like, it looks cool, and it's also like, why is it there? Like, this is why I don't do the glasses in the videos. Also, I just have to lean down a little bit more often. But something that we realized is that during your transition, your outlook on your sexual preference can change, and it's because the hormonal change can also alter your mental state. Like, for me, honestly, like, being more gender fluid and accepting of everyone, I've always thought that the human body was a beautiful thing anyways, but I am still also finding myself more attracted towards the standard cis men, which is something that I was not into before at all. Like, the biggest thing that I've never really, truly, honestly ever been into is, hairy men or masculine men. Always found them to be a huge turnoff and irritating. As a Sigma male, they were really, like, alpha males really bothered me. I was not really into them. I still don't care much for alpha males, but other Sigma males and beta males are I'm finding to be attracted to. And, like, I don't mind men with beards, which before I hated it a lot. and now it's kind of, I don't know, I can't really explain it, but it is a different feeling, and being more attracted to or into the opposite, or the male sex, cis men, um, or even like gay men, just yeah, people who see themselves as men. um, just being more attracted to that type. And it's kind of weird for myself. Like, I didn't think I was. And I'm still attracted to um, people who identify as women and as female. Like, I still find the soft skin and the soft lips and the breasts really appealing. The curvatures of the body and the hips and the waist, and just all booties all around. All booties are hot and sexy. Um, but now, it's a little bit more accentuated on the um, more masculine male spectrum of gender identifications. So that's something that has come up with the 2 months on the Estradiol. Um, so yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey on the 2 months in, and the changes that I've noticed and experienced. Um, since I am late on this video recording, there will be the 3 month coming up as well, but that will be released on time on March 30th or March or 31st, or actually, oh no, I'm gonna do it on April 2nd. That's right. So yeah, that'll be released on April 2nd. So do stay tuned for that video, and then other videos to come talking about the community and where to find resources is going to be a video coming up, and a video also on the local hotspots to go to. So that will also be a video coming up. So the hotspots, resources in the area for Nevadans and Las Vegas, and then as well as some of the events that I've been participating in. So we got what's called Gender Fest on coming up just a few days before Trans Day of Awareness, which is on March 30th. So that's a Trans Day of Awareness coming up, March 30th, 2023. So I'll be doing something called Gender Fest and supporting the Trans Pride Center of Las Vegas. So there's going to be a couple of events that I'll be bouncing around that weekend. So again, it's going to be extremely busy, but this time I'm going to try to record the videos while I'm doing what I do to represent the community, and so you'll also see me more in my gender fluid form and androgynous look, representing the gender fluid and non-binary, the non-binary group for that. Alright guys, I love you guys. Thank you for joining me on my journey. This is Gigi Starlight Sparkle, sparking out. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!